Alrighty. So I do get a lot of people asking me about starting a business and my advice and things like that. I personally think if you currently have a job and you have a business idea, you should definitely start off as a side hustle. I mean, I did that. I probably side hustled videos for about 2 years before I took the leap of faith and started my own business. But in the beginning, it was really tough. I didn't think it was going to be as hard as it was. I would say for about a year and a half, it was definitely a struggle. Every week, I would think that I just need to go and get a job in what I was doing previous because this isn't going to work out. But by the time the weekend was over, I would convince myself to keep pursuing it. Once you do quit your job, you cannot have a plan B. You can't think like, well, if this doesn't work out, I could always do this. I could always do that. Don't have that mentality because you want to have a zero options mentality. Like, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to make money. And I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make it happen. But that would be it. I would say no plan B. Start off as a side hustle. And when you do go full time, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. Maybe you start off at first and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm making money. And then it drops off and you're like, okay, nobody's buying anything from me now. So it's going to go in waves, but you just got to ride the waves. And when the wave is down, you got to figure out how to fill up your pipeline. Who do I got to talk to? Where do I got to go? How do I get my name out there? How do I get people to talk about my product? Is there somebody that's influential in our area online that I could give my product to or give a discount that they could like help promote me and get my name out there? And that's the number one thing I would say, especially in our area, the Central Coast here, is repeat and referral business. Repeat and referral is like the best. When someone refers you a client, they've already done a lot of the work for you. They've already sold these people on why they should do business with you. You don't have to go do that. Doing what I did before, which was knocking door to door. These people are just minding their own business, doing their job, and some guy walks in and is like, hey, do you guys need a video or can I talk to your manager? They're like, what the heck? But if you get somebody that hits you up because they were referred to you, then it's a whole different ballgame. Your circle of influence, the people how can you provide them the service, whether it's cheap or free at first? Obviously, you don't want to stay with that model forever or you're just never going to make it. But you definitely got to get experience under your belt. You got to get experience working with people and how they are, because everybody's different, how to handle situations, and just putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. That's the main thing. You got to think to yourself, well, if you got to create a competitor, if you don't have one, and be like, what would they not do? Okay, they wouldn't knock on someone's door and ask for business, but I am, and that's how I'm going to beat this person. So that's what I do. I have a bunch of fake competitors in my head, and I just tell myself, I'm doing this because I know they wouldn't do it, and this is going to make me that much better. And I just feel like it's something that just never freaking ends. It's like a never-ending journey. That's basically it. I would say work your circle of influence, do things that you think your competitor wouldn't do, never give up, don't have a plan B, and this is it. This is what I'm going to do. Don't start doing video production and then 3 months in, like, oh, I'm doing video, but I'm also going to do, roofing. Like, no, you need to focus on one thing. You need to get that to a level where it's making you good income. And if you build it to the point where it can run itself, then yeah, I think it would probably be a good time to switch over to a different business if that's what you want to be, like a serial entrepreneur. But I really do feel like you should concentrate on one thing, master that thing, and then at that point, if you'd like to move on. But for me, this is what we do. I love what we do. I love creating content. I love working with our clients. And I don't have any ideas of like moving to a different business. I just more like, how can we get this bigger? How can we help out more people? So yeah, that's my tip for people out there wanting to start a business. Side hustle first. No options, zero options mentality, no plan B, and do what other people wouldn't do.